This is Living Well.
Well, I'm back with Stephanie Garland. She's the Regional Director for the Better Business Bureau, and she has some advice for people who are wanting to help with Hurricane Michael relief. Tell us what that advice is.
So Jessica was talking earlier in the show about being very cautious, making sure that you're donating to the right people, making sure that you're checking that out. Well, one way that you can check it out, look at all that devastation. It's absolutely awful. You can go to give.org, give.org. It's this free site that we have. It is super simple. All you have to do is type in the organization that you're hearing about, that they're telling you about, and see whether or not it's a BV accredited charity and that it's legitimate. Now, a big warning sign is if these charities are fake charities, if they're not willing to give you the 990 form, the IRS 990 form, then that means that it's not legitimate. So be incredibly cautious. Always do your research. If you use give.org, it'll take you maybe 5 minutes. You can see it right here to go ahead and pull it up and look in a charity and see whether or not it's BV accredited or not, and whether or not it's trustworthy, right there in that form. And we also want for you to just be incredibly cautious. Something that Jessica mentioned earlier is a great tip about, if people are contacting you instead of vice versa, that should be something to warn. And we always recommend, the worst thing, this whole thing's horrible, but then what's awful also is that there's a lot of scammers who come in on the back end, and they try to take advantage of these hardworking people, these poor people who've lost nearly everything or everything. And so we want for you to be incredibly cautious, because there's going to be some scammers who are going to be targeting you, who are going to be targeting these people after this disaster.
Well, if you ask for that form and they won't give it to you, you know right then this is not the way to go. And just go to give.org before you even start to decide what you're going to give to. And if they're calling you, there's something wrong with that.
There's usually something wrong with that. So be very cautious. And if they're pressuring you to donate now, immediately, they're not giving you 24 hours even to think about it, there should be red lights going off, red flags going off in your head.
Okay. What about Halloween? How can we be safe at Halloween?
So on a more positive note, Halloween, we all love the Halloween for the most part. It's pretty fun for us. But something that's kind of scary is that whenever you're shopping for Halloween costumes, a lot of these stores are going to be the retail stores that are going to pop up for maybe a couple of weeks or maybe a month. And so these great stores, but sometimes they're not so great stores. And so you think you've got this great deal, and maybe you're buying a costume and you're not reading the refund policy exactly, and you might come back a week after Halloween, and guess what? They've already closed the doors. They're not here. Look at these kids. Aren't they the cutest?
Yeah, I was just thinking that'd be awful if you ordered, you thought you were on the ball and you got your kid's Halloween costume and then you never got it and they didn't have it in time or something. Then you had to wait too late and then have to go get something else.
It would be. Or what if, Mr. Buzz Lightyear right over there on the left, or what if this little princess right over here, what if when you opened it up it was torn, but in the refund policy it says that, guess what, whether or not it's torn when you open it, you still don't get your money back. So then your kid has a costume that's been ruined. And that's not cool. That's not something they want to go talk about.
That's not cool.
Yeah.
You're funny. So definitely read the whole policy, or just go with a business that not something that's fly-by-night. Check it at dbb.org.
Yeah, she's got it down.
I'm catching on. I've only done this about 50 times. I'm starting to get it. Yeah, I always try to get the costume early because everybody wants them at the last minute.
Oh, yeah.
So, and if it comes in and something's wrong, then I can do something about it, but not if I didn't read all the disclaimers.
If you didn't read all the disclaimers, if you didn't read the refund policy, if you didn't go to bv.org first and search and see whether or not the company is trustworthy, BV accredited, could be out of luck.
Okay, well, you're saving us a lot of headaches today.
Thank you.
So thanks for coming in to give us all your information as always.
My pleasure.
Come back again.
Yes,
Come host with me again soon. Well, coming up next.